Hey guys, so I just got asked the question, how much can you make with your own bookkeeping business? So I wanted to come to you to just make sure I can give you some value and answer that question as, honestly is what I can from my experience and working with, hundreds of students inside of my mentorship program. Now keep in mind guys, disclaimer, all the figures I'm talking about is not a guarantee for you. I can't guarantee you that especially if you're just watching like a free YouTube video and taking advice from someone who's not there inside of your situation. Now, what I can say though is if I am in your situation and I am actually working with you inside of the coaching program we have, then it's very easy for me to walk you through the steps so you can go and start your own six-figure business if that's what your goal is. So let's kind of dive into this thing. And before I even do that, if that's you, if you want some help, if you're tired of trying to figure it out yourself, and you're ready to go and reach your goal in the shortest time possible, go ahead and click on the link below the video to book a call with me. I'd love to help you out. Now, anyways, so how much can you make? So the question generally people ask is like, how much can they make? And it really depends on your time horizon, what your level of confidence is, and also where you're starting out. Because sometimes when people ask that question, there's a couple different reasons why they're asking it. The first thing that pops into my mind whenever someone asks me like, how much money can I make? It generally is because they are either looking to leave their current job and they need to see how quickly can they replace that income. Now, when it comes to that, that's generally the hardest position for you to make the most money in because sometimes it does take time. Now, generally what happens is if you are trying to leave your job and you need to go and replace that income very, very quickly, number one, it does require that you do have like a little bit of existing network. So for example, let's say that and it also does depend on how much money you're making in corporate America. If you're making 30 to 50 grand a year, then you can replace that income very quickly. If you're already making 200 a year in corporate America, it will take you a little bit more time because that's just a significant amount of income that you need to replace. So let's even go and just start from where we are, okay? Number one, you need to address what are your bills? What is the minimum you need in order to survive? In order for you to do that, okay, just look at what your bills are. Look at what's flowing out every single month. Look at your bank statement and then know that. That is your starting goal. Now, the easiest way for you to go and reach that goal is to go and do two things. Number one, you got to look through your past life and you got to go and see who in your past life owns a business. Maybe you had a college professor from like 20 years ago you haven't spoken to, but you see on Facebook or LinkedIn that they've started a business. Go talk to that person. See if they need some help. Maybe you had a friend or one of my students dated this gentleman about 3 years ago. And, it didn't really go anywhere. They went on like 1 or 2 dates. And what happened was she recently started her business and she was going through like all of her friends lists on Facebook and like Instagram. And she she found this guy and like that she dated like 2 times. And then he actually owns like this real estate investing company. So the first thing I told her was, hey, go speak to that dude. Go send him a message. See like if he needs some help. She did, and that person now pays her I think it's about $2,500 a month. It might have increased a little bit since I last spoke to her, but at the time it was about $2,500 per month that person paid her. So that's why it's the easiest way to go back through your past relationships, okay? And also what you can start doing is you can start really looking at who inside of the local area already has some clients or some referrals that they can pass to you. For example, like lawyers are a good place to go. Financial consultants, financial advisors, commercial real estate agents, loan officers, bankers. Who are the people that are already talking to your existing clientele and can actually give you the right introduction so you can go and then sell your services really quickly? Okay, that's going to determine how fast you can go and replace your income. Now, how much money can you actually make doing this? Going back to that original question, okay? It really is up to you and where do you get satisfied at? Okay, because there's nothing really stopping you from making $1 million a year outside of maybe some skill sets of like learning who to hire and when to hire and how to hire. Which I can always show you that either in another video or if we work together. But for the individual, if you want to be like a one-man, one-woman show, what we are saying is it takes between about, you can go anywhere from about 0 to about 250 a year. is kind of that range that we're seeing people being able to open solo bookkeeping businesses, and they're able to really do the work themselves and move. Now, I would not recommend that you get to 250,000 a year by yourself. Like, I would recommend maybe you'd hire 1 or 2 associate bookkeepers to do the work for you, but you can do that. Okay, that's generally the point that I'm seeing. Now, what is more comfortable is generally more about 12 to 15 grand a month. That's a really, really comfortable zone, especially if you own like a bookkeeping business, you have some higher ticket clients, maybe you overcharge them a little bit so the amount of work that you're doing doesn't take quite that much time, and you still have a little bit of time to breathe, time to spend with your family, time to go and travel or whatever it might be, okay? So that's kind of the range that I see most of my students kind of like get satisfied around, is right around that $12,000 to $15,000 per month, because then they can kind of relax and it's not killing them. But in most places, that's a pretty good amount of money. Now, that's kind of my answer, okay, guys? So if it's how fast can I make the money, it depends on like where you're starting and who you know. If you're looking about how much money can you actually make, for one person, I generally say between about 0 to 250 a year, with the comfortable range being about 15,000 per month. Okay, so hopefully that answers your question. Now, if you want some help going and growing your business, okay, you want to go and reach your goal in the shortest time period possible, go ahead and click on the link below to book a call with me to see if I can help you out. If that's you, I'd love to see you on the call, and I'll see you later, and take it easy.